Okay, you can't go anywhere these days without hearing about the race for AI dominance, right? Companies are scrambling, leaders are making big promises, the pressure is on. But what if I told you the biggest thing holding everyone back isn't the AI at all? And if you want to know why this race is so intense, just look at this number. We're talking about $4.4 trillion. That's the potential value McKinsey says generative AI could add to the global economy every single year. That's not just a big deal, it's basically a whole new industrial revolution happening right now. And you better believe the folks at the top are noticing. A whopping 82% of senior executives say that getting AI to deliver real business value is a top priority. So the message coming down from the corner office is loud and clear. Get this done and get it done yesterday. So what we have here is a modern-day gold rush. Everybody is sprinting to stake their claim in this new AI world, searching for that one breakthrough that's going to put them ahead of the competition. Now, the conventional wisdom says the company with the best AI model wins, right? But think about it. As Mike Hitt, the CTO of Saks, pointed out, if everyone is just using the same off-the-shelf AI tools, you all get the same answers. The real competitive advantage, the thing that actually makes you different, is buried somewhere much deeper. And this is where things get really interesting, because as companies go full speed ahead on their AI plans, they're not just hitting a little speed bump. No, they are slamming head-on into a massive wall, a barrier that has almost nothing to do with the AI itself. So what's your guess? Is it a lack of smart engineers? Is it the crazy cost of computing power? Or maybe the AI models just aren't good enough yet? Well, the real answer might actually surprise you. Believe it or not, the #1 challenge, according to 45% of leaders in a global MIT survey, isn't the AI. It's data integration, and right behind it, data governance and data quality. It turns out you can have the most powerful AI on the planet, but if you can't feed it the right data, it's like owning a Ferrari with an empty gas tank. It looks cool, but it's not going anywhere. So let's really dig into this integration challenge. I mean, why is just getting data from point A to point B such a huge headache for so many companies? On the surface, it sounds simple, but the reality, it's anything but. And Fivetran CEO George Fraser just hits the nail on the head here. He says that if you don't build a strong data foundation first, your brilliant, super expensive data scientists are going to waste all their time just cleaning up and connecting data, instead of, building the game-changing AI you actually hired them to create. And this is super telling, right? This shows you where the smart money is actually going. When leaders were asked what they're investing in for AI, a massive 64% said data integration and pipeline tools. You know what they said for large language models? Just 7%. The people who are making real progress get it. The hard work happens way before you even start talking about AI. And look, the hurdles here are just massive. Companies are dealing with insane volumes of data. They're trying to move it all to the cloud. They need it in real time, and the sources are constantly changing. The real problem is that your data is, it's everywhere. It's messy, and it never sits still. Now, all this integration chaos leads us straight into the next major roadblock: data governance. And this is a huge one. It's a critical risk that a lot of leaders seem to have a total blind spot for, especially if they're not in an industry with a ton of rules. Just look at this gap. It's wild. You've got 95% of government leaders and 70% in finance who see governance as a top challenge. But the average across all industries, only 44%. This means the folks in regulated fields see a huge danger that it seems like a lot of others are just completely missing. They're jumping into the AI race without even thinking about the rules of the road. And you don't have to take my word for it. This insight from Mike Hitt at Saks really drives it home. He says that while the business leaders are all focused on outcome, the tech folks are all worried about governance. It's the one conversation that is absolutely not happening enough in boardrooms. Okay, so we've laid out the big problems: integration and governance. So the real question is, what's the fix? How are the companies that are actually getting this right building a data foundation that's truly ready for AI? This is probably the most important shift in thinking. See, in the olden days, data storage was crazy expensive, so you had to clean up and structure your data before you saved it, which basically locked it into a single purpose. But now, storage is cheap, so the new playbook is to just store everything raw first. You create this flexible pool of data that you can then shape and transform for any purpose you can dream up later on. Saks is a perfect example of this in action. Their new playbook is so simple, but it's incredibly powerful. Step 1, pull in all your data, just as it is, raw and untouched. Step 2, make sure you can access it in real time. And step 3, only then do transform it for what you need at that moment, whether that's a simple report, a marketing metric, or a super complex AI model. This new way of working made them faster, it was cheaper, and it let them experiment way more freely.
So after all that, what does this actually mean for you? Let's boil it all down into a simple blueprint for what being ready for AI really looks like.
Here are the 3 big rules. First, you have to build your data foundations before you get distracted by all the cool, shiny AI toys. Second, you have to understand that data integration isn't just another task on a checklist. It's the most fundamental part of this whole process. And third, you have to build in governance and security from day one, not as some panicked afterthought. So if you only remember one thing, please make it this. The huge race to get AI ready, it isn't really about AI at all. It's about your data. To put it as simply as possible, AI readiness is data readiness.
And look, this isn't just some theory. The companies that are going to win the next decade are the ones solving these data problems today. They're laying the foundation right now, which really only leaves one question. Are you?